Good morning, everyone. This is the Hire It Done radio show. My name's Adam Helfman. Saturday. What a great morning. Sun's on the horizon. I'm excited. Way excited. So we have a good show planned and lots of topics to talk about today. Wanted to give you a little teaser. We've got 8 ways to use dryer lint in your backyard and garden. You know, everyone knows I have this lint obsession. It'll be fun. Can you repair termite damage in your home? I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna give you some answers, some ideas. Biggest project mistakes homeowners make. Yeah, if you're gonna do projects around the house, let me give you. You know, if you're like the do-it-yourselfer guy, I got some tips for you. Things you should never burn in your backyard. You know, people are staying home a lot. Outdoor fire pits, barbecues, staycations, fun stuff around the house. I got lots and lots of things to talk about with that. But we also have questions homeowners need to ask when hiring a contractor, which is important, as you know. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, it's Shout Out Saturday as well. Don't forget, if you're a contractor and you're working and you're listening to the show, I'd love to give you a shout out. Text us. If you have a question that Google can't answer, same thing, text us. The text number is 248-539-9797. We'd love to have your questions answered. We've got lots of good topics today, like I said. And, of course, we've got some roofing industry pricing. Questions asked. Is your roof ready to go? Do you need a new roof? Are you going to replace your roof? Can you afford a roof? We're going to break it down. I'm also going to ask some questions on roofing from a customer's perspective. Instead of the technology, we're going to use this, that, and the other in 50 years, and it's the best brand. I'm going to pretend I'm a homeowner today. We're going to have a contractor coming in. And I'm going to pretend I'm the homeowner. I'm just going to play like, I don't know. My roof, I got water dripping through the ceiling. The roof hasn't been replaced in 30 years. I don't know what to do. I'm going to let the expert. I'm going to let him hop to it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to hop to it today. We got a lot going on. So let me just say this. Dryer lint should be collected. You understand this? It should be collected after each load of laundry. Don't throw it away. Like I said in the past, get a Ziploc bag. Get a Ziploc bag and save all your dryer lint. Now, the key is like, ooh, what for? Well, let me give you some tips on what to use your dryer lint for, because it really, really, really is an issue. And we don't want to have that issue. We want it to work. That's the key. So if it piles up, it can become a fire hazard, as you know. Lint fires are huge. And 34% of home dryer fires are caused by failing to clean out your dryer. We had an argument a while ago on the show about what percentages. And I of course, was right. So I wanted everyone to know that. But let's see about this. So what can you use your dryer lint stuff for? Well, here's the thing, my friends. We're going to give you things to use it for your backyard and your garden. So it's not so hard to do, okay? First thing is you want to use it to start a fire. Dryer lint is flammable, which is why we're urged to clean out the trap, right? So literally just collect it and put it in a Ziploc bag and pull it out. You can start a fire. You have a fire pit. Grab a handful of the lint, put it in there. It's better than kindling. It's better than paper. It just literally works, and it's awesome. Now, the other thing is you can use dryer lint as mulch around your potted plants. Think about that. That's a good thing. Now, it prevents erosion. Did you know that? Yeah. When you spread out and dampen it with water, dryer lint can form a little bit of a barrier to protect the soil from erosion. It's one of those things that makes sense, and it's never a problem, okay? So we want you to know that. Now, what else can you do? Well, it does discourage weeds, believe it or not. Just like a thick layer of lint can prevent erosion, a base layer of lint can prevent weeds. Use it as a substitute for landscape fabric. Now, let me just say this. How much lint do you need to literally cover parts of your grass, your yard, your mulch areas? So you better start collecting lint now. When the world ends and everything hits the fan, trust me when I tell you, my friends, literally, we want you to have this down pat, okay? What else can you use your lint for? How about adding it to your compost? Lint from your natural fibers, the schmutz and the skuts that comes out of your laundry, it's there. You can use it. What else? How about oiling down your tools? You can buy linseed oil, and then you use the dryer lint to rub it on the handle, and you oil your tools. Now, let's not get all crazy, my friends. Yeah. No, belly button lint will not work, in case you want to know, for all my friends out there. How about lining your garden containers? Soaking up spills. Oh, my God, there's so much to talk about. 248-539-9797. Shout out to those who are golfing this morning. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network, and we will be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Guess what today is? Besides Shout Out Saturday, it's also Salt Sale Saturdays, and that means Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions, which is our trusted leader in high-quality, cost-effective services and equipment throughout all of southeastern Michigan. They have locations now in Livingston and Oakland counties, and they have one in a new store open in Howell. Whether you have city or well water, Beauchamp will solve your hard, smelly, and rusty water issues and keep your water safe from lead, PFAS, and other contaminants. Request a free water test today. 810-632-2000. Again, that's 810-632-2000. Every Saturday, save on all your water treatment supplies at Beauchamp's famous Salt Sale Saturday. Stop by the Waterford Heartland or the new Howell location and visit them at beauchampwater.com. I have city water, and I have their filters and stuff in my house. Literally game-changing. So if you're thinking about it, you got crappy water, let me tell you, these guys know their stuff. Legit. Totally legit. So, got a question for me this morning, 248-539-9797. But, according to Pete Waterford, you don't want to use lint to start a fire because if you have dog hairs from cleaning stuff, it doesn't smell right. Yeah, Pete, you might be right. I haven't burned any lint. I saved my lint. But if you have to have something to start a fire, cover your nose, plug your nose. I don't know what you call it. Something, right? Anyways, that's how we're going. Okay, yeah. I was checking it. By the way, you can watch us on Facebook Live this morning if you have any questions like that. But you know how that goes. So listen, here's the thing. Speaking of starting an outdoor fire, using lint, and yeah, of course, you know what? Look, I'm not saying it's going to smell fun. But what are some of the things you can light on fire that smells good? Maybe you can add that to your lint. I don't know. I'm just saying lint is reuse, recycle. You can reuse that stuff. That's all I'm saying. So things you should never burn in your fire pit. You're starting your fire pit with lint, right? You're like, oh, I'm starting a fire. At night, hot dogs, marshmallows, s'mores, all that. It's fun. You're relaxing. It's the new staycation times. But don't burn anything plastic in your backyard fire pit, okay? Burned plastic releases toxic chemical fumes. So I'd rather burn dog hair. You've got dioxins, furans, styrene gas. You just don't want to smell it, okay? Anyways, what else can you not burn in your outdoor fire? Accelerants. The whole idea of a backyard fire pit is to create a place for friends and family to gather. You want to relax and you want to enjoy each other, right? Well, it's best to take a calm approach to lighting the fire as well. Now, I don't know what it is with guys in fire, but I used to love starting fires. If your backyard fire isn't roaring, you may be tempted to chemically help it along, right? Little charcoal, liquid lighters and stuff. Well, they're too unpredictable when you use gas or other flammable liquids. I love watching those videos. I don't like it when anyone gets hurt, but I love watching when all that stuff blows up. Don't risk it, okay? Add small, dry kindling when you want to get your fire to accelerate. Now, don't burn magazines. Junk mail, colored gift wrapping. Think about that for a second, right? It may seem harmless, but the ink also releases toxic fumes. Yikes. Now, how about those wooden pallets? You went on Pinterest, you found the wooden pallets, you're all excited. Guess what? It's not a good option to fuel a fire pit. Some wood pallets are treated with a chemical called methyl bromide. They have the initials MB. Which can be released in the air when the wood burns. You don't want your fire sitting around it to warm yourself up, and then you're inhaling it and you're killing yourself. Next thing you know, you're going to see commercials on TV. Did you have a wood fire in your backyard? You may be eligible for compensation. Yeah, right. So you got to be careful of that. How about particle board? Oh, yeah, it's particle board. That's like burning gold today. Anything lumber, anything wood that could be used on a lumber job or a construction job, oh, my God, don't be burning that. You're burning dollars. Inexpensive furniture is always made with particle board, right? Burning particle board sounds like a good idea, but if you ever busted furniture sitting around, the particle board is held together by high-strength adhesives. And, of course, those aren't safe to burn because that emits the VOC, volatile organic compounds, into the air. And you take one good whiff, and guess what happens? Everything gets screwed up. So you got to be careful. Painted wood, cardboard, poison ivy. Ooh, let's take a look at poison ivy, sumac, or oak. You might be tempted to dispose of yard weeds in your backyard fire pit, but don't. Burning the irritant, poison ivy, what makes it oil is the oil in it, right? It's called urushiol. It releases fumes in the air. That can cause lung irritation and severe allergic respiratory problems. Oh, boy. Can you imagine throwing in a bunch of poison ivy in a fire and then the oil gets in the air and everyone's like, oh, I can't breathe. I'm this and that. Now, what about wood that's not dry, green or softwood? You start with that and it starts to hiss. Wood that's not dried out hisses when you burn it. Because how do I know? I've done it. And then it pops. And it's what it is it's burning the moisture out of the wood. And it's got to go somewhere. Now, here's the last one I was going to say. Do not burn trash. You may think, oh, we're doing ourselves a favor. We're burning the trash. Not going to have landfills. You're doing more pollution than you think when you're doing that, just so we're on the same page. So that's another problem. Now, pest control. What do we do about termites? We really, I think a long time ago, when I was little, termites were a problem. You don't hear termites being problems today. But they're still coming around. We get it higher done on the website. I have termite issues. Where do we go? We send everyone to Bros, to Pest Control, Sergio's. We got a few. There's some good ones. But no one wants to hear that you have termites, right? Oy, no one wants that. But there's a lot of damage they cause. There's no question about it. You never want to buy a house infested with termites. That's a big problem. That's why you need a good home inspector. But what are some of the signs that you have termite damage, right? Here's the thing. They're pretty good at avoiding detection, termites. They access your home's wooden frames, right? And underground. They're like subterranean. The key to getting rid of termites is to catch it early. Now, when you walk around the outside of the house, what are some of the hidden signs of hidden damage for termites? Mud tunnels on walls and foundations, blistered paint. Ooh, that's a tough one. Musty or moldy odors, discarded wings in or droppings that look like sawdust, swarming flies, wood that sounds hollow when tapped. Oh my God, I feel like some of these are around my house. Uh-oh. I better do a termite inspection at my house today. Can termite damage be fixed? Heck yeah. I'm going to tell you how it can be fixed after this break. Don't forget, 248-539-9797. It's Shout Out Saturday. If you're a contractor, you got a question Google can't answer, I'd love to bring you on the air. Or I'd like to at least talk about it. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. What a great Saturday morning. Joining me in studio is a good friend of the Hire It Done radio show, one of the expert roofers in the industry. His name, Bill Burkhardt Jr., and, of course, Kangaroo Roof is the name of the company. Because you know why, the friends? They hop to it.
You know it. Good morning, Adam.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing outstanding. How about you?
Can I say something funny?
Yeah.
Not funny. Something amazing.
I love it.
You're the first person in the studio in over a year.
Ooh, I feel special.
Right?
I love it. Well,
It's
you
so
and I
much
talk-
better to have the human touch.
Oh, my God, isn't it?
Yeah, I just can't begin to tell you how much easier it is and better it is. So introduce yourself or reintroduce yourself to the Hire It Done audience. Everyone knows you, but tell them who you are, what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So Bill Burkhardt Jr. with Four Seasons Kangaroo Roof, where we do hop to it. But we're family-owned and operated commercial and residential roofing contractor located up in central Macomb County. Been around for 15 years. Over 1,000 five-star reviews, which we were really excited about this past year. And working hard every day to earn people's business, take care of them, and protect them.
I love that. I love that. So, listen, we at Hire It Done keep our finger on the pulse of home improvement. And we are in a situation where we have a perfect storm. Homeowners sat home staring at their houses for a while during the pandemic. They all got itchy and said, I got to do something with my house. In the meantime, distribution stopped, production stopped, and then all of a sudden everyone started coming out of this cocoon and started consuming. And production hasn't met demand yet. So there became a huge shortage. All the roofers on Hire It Done are busy. All the contractors are busy. But specifically roofing, because that's not a project you're going to do yourself. Roofing business is the one project that I think 99% is a Hire It Done or a done by a pro. So with that being said, your business, I believe, got hit the hardest as far as materials. Am I right or wrong?
I think you're hitting the nail on the head there. My dad, who's been in the industry for over 35 years, we talk about it literally on a daily basis. The supply chain issues that we're continuing to deal with are unprecedented. We were just talking off air for a second. If I have a homeowner come to me right now with a low slope roof or a flat roof, and we go to replace it, they are waiting at least 6 months right now before we can do it because we physically can't secure the insulation board that's required by the manufacturer and building code to put underneath that rubber membrane or that TPO membrane or modified whatever they have up there. That's how crazy it is.
Is there an alternative to that insulation board or not really?
Not really. I mean, if you want to do it the wrong way, certainly. But, if you're going to do it the right way and you want a warranty and you want a guarantee, absolutely. If
I'm a homeowner or I'm a business owner and I have, let's say, a part of my storage or my back of my office building is flat roof.
Yeah.
And it's leaking and I've got contents in my building and I need a new roof and I got the money. I'm ready to roll. And I call you up because I know you're the guys and you do the roof and you're like, hey, man, I can't do the full roof because... So what's the alternative? Can you patch it temporarily while I wait?
Yeah, so what we've been doing right now on the low slope side for residential clients or even for our commercial clients, we're basically taking care of Band-Aids from now. We tell you until that material can be secured just to keep you dry because we get the reality, hey, the roof absolutely has to be replaced. When we say repairs, Adam, you and I know what we're talking about. We're talking about real permanent solutions.
Right, not a Band-Aid.
Bingo. But we can buy people time until the materials can be secured, and then we can do it. The only other alternative is they got a great new product out there. It's a silicone coating. As long as there hasn't been too much moisture going into those low-slope membranes, it's pretty cool because you can get a 10-year warranty on it. You can get a 5-year guarantee from us, and it's a really great system because it's actually a system that can really prolong the life of those low-slope roofs as well.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, that's cool. So moving on to roofing, okay? Kangaroo Roof, you guys have been around how long now?
15 years.
But you got like 30, 40 years ago. Well, your dad's been in forever.
I was going to say, my dad's done it for as long as I've been alive, and my joke is, hopefully there's no OSHA officers listening, but I think I was on a roof about 4 or 5 years before I was supposed to even be allowed to, so been doing my whole life.
I'll make an admission. When I was little, I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, my dad took me on sites. We used to build dormers.
Yep.
And my dad's like, yeah, well, let's go see on a Saturday. Take me to run and look at the jobs, right? So he didn't realize it, but I'm like, Dad, I want to, can I come out with you? He goes, yeah. So we're on the front of the house, and my dad climbs a ladder while they're building a dormer. He gets on the roof, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, that's super cool. And I'm like literally 6 years old. I climbed the ladder, and I'll never forget it because it's like burned into my mind. I got right up to the top of the ladder, and I'm about to step onto the roof, and I'm thinking, oh, this is cool. I'm like Spider-Man, right? My dad turned around and looked at me, and he had a look in his face with eyes that almost popped out of his head, and he turned white. He goes, don't move. And I'm like, oh, shit, shoot. And I'm like, what's wrong? And I didn't realize he freaked out because he saw me on the second story ladder.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't, and I'm like, I didn't know what he meant. And then he like came and said, don't move. And he started walking really slow to me, and he grabbed me. He goes, don't you ever come up here. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you just went up, so why can't I? And at 5, 6 years old, you have no fear? I'm like, I didn't scare me.
You bounce back then.
Right?
We
Well,
break
thank
now
God.
at our age.
Oh, yeah, God forbid. Yeah, I'd be more scared today than then.
Oh, God, yeah.
But long story short, I figured it out now. But yeah, it's not easy. So how does that translate with the production and the pricing and the shortage of materials? I know we're catching up a little. The production, they're ramping it up. They have been every day. But where are we at today?
Yeah, right now, I believe it's going to continue to get worse before it gets better. The reality is, we talked about it before, but I still come back to it. We have four or five pallets of coil nails under lock and key in our shop because
It's like gold.
well, it is because that's the next thing that's going to hit. So what we work with homeowners, we collaborate with you. You know, we prefer certainty. We like them. They have a limited color supply right now. So if you're a homeowner and you want a very particular color, we'll collaborate because we're certified and everything. And maybe GAF's got the color you want, or Owens Corning has the color you want. We'll work with you on that. But it's a real collaborative process because the big thing I think homeowners need to know is when your contractor calls you with bad news that is along the lines of, hey, I suddenly can't get this color, they found out probably about 10 minutes before they made that phone call because that's when the supplier or the manufacturer told them. And we as contractors literally have no control over that. And it's really frustrating. We know that for homeowners, but we're trying to collaborate. We're trying to tell you that on the front end and be as proactive as we can so that way you're armed with that information up front. And you know what? If you tell us, hey, I really wanted that color, you said you could get it, and suddenly it's unavailable, guess what? We hold the pricing, we secure everything, and as soon as that color becomes available, then we'll go. You know, we still, at the end of the day, we have a 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. We're only going to do your roof if you want us to do your roof. That's really that simple.
Well, you know, it's funny you should say that. My issue is this. I think that a homeowner likes the shingle that they like, whatever it is, whatever brand. But my advice to homeowners is always, and this applies right today. If you're going to get a roof, and you don't want, obviously every homeowner wants a roof that doesn't leak, but it comes down to the contractor. And I'm going to say this, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let's assume you're Certainteed. You're actually certified by most of them, but you're the number one choice is Certainteed for you guys, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. But let's say the homeowner wants a color that Certainteed doesn't have, or they like the Owens Corning better, like you said earlier.
Yep.
I would say to the homeowner, Mrs. Jones, yes, I'm a Certainteed certified, and yes, the other shingles are good. However, it's more important that me, the contractor, paying a roof, be the priority here as opposed to the brand. Because in 20 years, Owens Corning, Certainteed, GAF, whatever, you know, maybe they're around, maybe they're not.
Right.
And the opposite is maybe you're around, maybe you're not. However, the first point of contact on a roof is you.
Oh, without question.
And you're not going to put a roof on a homeowner's house, whether it's Tamco, IKO, or whatever the shingles are. They keep going. If they say, I have to have this shingle, you'll put it in writing. Here's what we're going to give to you. And by the way, the very worst shingle made, I don't know what it is, I'm not going to say, but if it's installed properly, could work great.
Oh, at the end of the day, it always comes back to we joke when we're in your home and sitting with you, the most important day in the life of your roof is the day it's installed. You know, when my team comes out, one of the things we walk you through, we literally have a patented, trademarked installation system. It's a 12-step system that we go through every single time when we do your roof, whether it's the most basic builder-grade shingle system up to the premier designer, you know, whatever you might want. And it's all designed around ensuring that no matter what you choose, if there's an issue, we're going to go above and beyond what the code says, above and beyond what the manufacturers say. We're going to do everything humanly possible to protect your roof, both today and 20 years from now.
And that's important. And that's something that we want everyone to know. So here's the moral of that story as we're about to take a break, my friends, is this. The contractor you're using is more important than the product. I'm going to stand behind that statement.
Absolutely.
248-539-9797. You have a question about roofing, text us. We're here. If you got a question Google can't answer, we're here as well. My name's Adam Helfman. We got Bill Burkhart Jr. from Kangaroo because they hop to it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got my buddy, Bill Burkhardt Jr. from Kangaroo in studio. Welcome back, Bill.
Thank you, Adam. Happy to be here.
So let's role play for a second. I'm the homeowner.
Yeah.
I live in a bungalow, 24 square. Haven't replaced my roof since I've owned the house, and I've been there 15 years. Okay.
Okay.
We had a bad rainstorm recently, and I saw water stains in a closet ceiling above my second floor. So I call you guys up. You come out. You guys inspect the roof. You see a couple missing shingles, an old vent stack area. The boot is dried out, cracked.
Yeah.
And literally, it's time for a new roof. Your guy pops in the attic, says, by the way, you only have, you have the cork, the vermiculite, whatever. That's all you have. So you're like, all right, you need a roof, you need better ventilation, and you need better insulation. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, oh boy, here we are in June, and I need a roof, and I'm hearing on the radio, I'm hearing in the news that you can't get materials. You're the expert. I'm the homeowner. Mr. Kangaroo, what do I do?
The best advice I give to anyone right now is to take action and solve the problem today, because we don't know what August, October, November are going to hold. And we know, being in the industry for as long as we have, the busiest time of year traditionally for roofing is August, September, October, November, because everyone waits. If you wait this year, I've told everyone this, if you wait, I would plan on waiting till the spring of 2022. It's the reality of the world. And like for us, that's why we put a big, heavy focus on long-term 0% interest rate financing programs. Because, if you don't have all the cash on hand right now, but you got to get it done, you want to avoid the price increases, it's a great way to be able to solve your immediate problem and then space it out over the next 3, 4, 5, or even 6 years without paying interest, and then without waiting and paying those additional costs.
Interesting. So you're actually giving advice, even though you don't have a crystal ball, and we don't know what's going on in the spring of 2022. Could be Corona 2.0.
Who knows?
However, you're saying because production's ramping up and that you think by 2022 it'll be level? What are your thoughts?
What's crazy is this is a daily discussion internally in our offices. We had thought that it was going to kind of level out and start to bounce back right around now, July, August. We thought we were going to see things start to return to normal. Instead, I just got a notice this past week from Certainty saying anything above a Northgate shingle line, which is that really great SBS shingle system,
yeah,
they've completely suspended. They're down to about a quarter of the colors that they have. So
they're prioritizing production.
Bingo. So it just really, to me, I don't know what's going to happen. And the reality is in Michigan, there are times of year and seasonalities that we just can't do your roof, or at least not if we have a good conscience, we can't. So folks who wait, I don't know what's the next shortage. Wood's leveling out, but suddenly do we get a backlog of OSB and I just can't get lumber? Is it ice and water shield because of a polymer substance that they have to use to blend to make it? I don't know what's going to be the next shoe to drop, but I certainly wouldn't want to be the homeowner who's got a roof that's not going to survive winter, that I don't have a good way to tarp and protect through winter.
Well, that's what I'm going to ask you. So I'm the homeowner. You're in my house.
Yeah.
And you gave me a dose of reality. So let me flip it back to you. Mr. Contractor, I appreciate you telling me that. It means a lot to me. It shows me that you're not just here to sell me something today at some crazy price. However, we have a real leak. That water's coming through, like you said. What are you going to charge me? I'll sign up today, or I can wait. What are you going to charge me to just, can you temporarily fix me until I wait? What is you're the pro, Hire It Done told me to call you. I'm ready to go. You're saying maybe wait. Where are we at right now?
Yeah, so at least I can only share how we operate. One of the things when my team members come out, they're actually we joke they're roofing specialists. Yeah, do they want to sell your roof? We absolutely do. We want to protect you, but they actually know roofing. And like, let's say that same bungalow scenario. I got Mason out there actually today. He's running appointments. If Mason was out at your home, when he was done, we carry ice and water shield, and we carry synthetic felt and cap nails in our vehicles. So if we need to go up there and temp you in and keep you dry for the next month, 2 months, we're going to do that. There's not even going to be a cost to that. We just want to keep you protected and keep you dry so you don't end up paying more getting all the interior repairs taken care of while you're waiting for your roof to get done.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So at the end of the day, I have to be, as a homeowner, say, all right, I'm going to pay you right now to do a roof, and I'm going to pay a premium. Or I'm going to pay you to do a tarp, temporary repair, and I'm going to wait till March. Is that my options?
Well, again, for us, if you're signing up for a roof, we will temp it in for free. We won't charge you for the tarping.
Oh, so if I sign up today,
Yeah.
we'll tarp it and temporary, and then what do we do? We wait till shingles come in? We
Yeah.
wait? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to worry about a price increase. I don't know if price has ever gone down. I've never been on the show. I'm glad you didn't do that roof I told you to do last year, because today that same roof is half the price.
What?
Oh,
my
that's
God.
not happening.
Adam, you're hit. I've had probably 10 homeowners in the last month tell my guys, well, I want to wait till next year because I think the shingle prices are going to go down. And I every time I kind of want to go, I want to tell my guys, go run back to that house and explain to them, I've never once had a shingle price decrease.
I don't remember.
Ever. They know people will pay these prices, so they're not going to lower the price.
But here's the thing. You're not raising your prices because you're trying to make more money. You only raise your prices because you know, in order to make a profit, pay salespeople, pay your overhead, pay your marketing, pay your family, and be able to have a profit so that you can service the homeowners if there's an issue down the road. You have to charge more because the prices have gone up. It's not because of you guys.
Correct. We
Yeah.
only raise our prices when the suppliers raise their prices.
And by the way, I was thinking about it. 5-6 years ago when we first started, your dad and I and your prices are literally the same. They're up a little bit just because of inflation. But, I remember when people were saying, oh, it's $265 a square and all day long. And I'm like, well, that guy's going out of business. Today it's $440 a square moving and then up, isn't it?
Yeah. It comes back to what do you want? What's the home? There's a lot that goes into it, but it's about, we use this analogy all the time. If you want to go into a home renovation, like a game of poker, and you as a homeowner keep your cards really close to your chest and expect your contractor to keep their cards really close to their chest, we're not the right contractor for you. If you want somebody who's going to be open with you, collaborate with you, come up with a plan, that is the ideal homeowner for us, because we're in it to serve you. We say it all the time. It might be your house, but that's always going to be our roof, because you and I know, Adam, homes are bought and sold every 7.5 years. My roof's going to be on there 30, 40, 50 years.
Well, that's the point. You want to do the last. Here's the thing. Today, if anyone gets a roof on their house from any of the higher done contractors, but especially you guys, it's the last roof they'll ever buy.
Better be.
Let me ask you this. If I want to buy a roof from you, but let's say it's one of my rental homes. And here's what I say to you. I said, Bill, I don't want the roof to leak because I don't want the headache. However, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I just want a basic shingle. I want you guys to put on the best you can, but the lowest price possible without leaking. As the expert, and let's use a 24 square single layer tear off, a couple of sheets of plywood. Where are we at? What are you recommending the homeowner as far as, okay, you just want the roof to protect you. Where are we going? What does it mean?
Yep. So again, I'm going to come back to it's a collaboration, because one of the big questions I'll ask somebody because we get that question all the time, right?
Of course,
the time.
Always.
And the first question is, how long are you going to hold the property? Or if it's an actual homeowner, how long are you going to own the property, right? Because we want to put you in a position for success. So if it's a short-term period, what we're going to talk about is, okay, you want the lowest possible investment. However, does resale factor in? Do you care about that? Do you want something that's going to add value when you go to sell the home? Because there are transferable full system warranties. Our guarantees can be transferable. That's a huge part of the collaboration process to make sure we're putting you in a position to win. We want to win, and we want everyone to stay protected and dry. So it's really a collaboration.
That's smart. That's actually smart. That's great advice. Is there an average price today for roofing? Is it still? It's more than $10,000. It used to be $10,000.
Yeah, I mean the average price right now, I would say, floats somewhere between about $12,000 to $16,000. Just depends on the size of the home, the pitch, things like that. But
so we're up to $12,000 already.
Oh yeah.
Yikes. Well, You can finance it. All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and what I want to talk about when we come back, and this is where you have a special deal today.
Just for the Hire It Done guys, just for today.
Okay. So if anyone's listening right now and you want to hear about our special deal for Hire It Done, I'm going to tell you right now. Keep it locked in. We got a special deal from Kangaroo. My name's Adam Helfman, and this is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman, and good morning to everyone. In studio right now is my good friend and Hire It Done pre-screened, certified by everyone contractor, Bill Burkhart Jr. from Kangaroo, because you know what? They hop to it.
You know we do every morning. We're hopping to it this morning, just highly caffeinated.
Right? Extra highly caffeinated.
That's right.
Which is always a good thing.
I love it on a Saturday morning.
So, Bill, we were talking about roofing. We were talking about from the homeowner's perspective earlier. My roof's leaking. I want to get a new roof. Materials are delayed. You're busy, but I need to get it done. Your answer to me was, we'll tarp your roof and temporarily stop the leak if you sign the contract and you're willing to wait till the material catches up.
Absolutely.
That's actually pretty smart. And you're not charging me for the tarping or anything.
Nope.
Sign the contract, get everything financing or in order, and then boom.
Absolutely. Well, our approach is, I tell my guys this every day. We believe it to our core. It's our moral obligation when we go out and meet with you to make sure we do the roof, because we know if we walk out that door, the odds are somebody else is going to do it. And based on how busy our service department is and the amount of nonsense we see all day, every day, you're going to get hurt. You might not know it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but you're going to get hurt. The roof's not going to last as long. And in the long run, you're going to pay a lot more. So when we sit there across from you, we want to earn your business each and every time. And we believe that's a great way where we can solve your problem up front while ensuring we can provide the real protection that you deserve and that you really want deep down inside.
Makes perfect sense. 248-539-9797. You have a question about roofing for myself or Bill Burkhart Jr. from Kangaroo. We'd love to hear from you. Also, it's Shout Out Saturday. If you're a contractor, you're listening and you want to hear your name out there and give you a shout out for working on a weekend, we'll always do that for you. So, Bill, let me ask, the price of roofing, at the break we were talking about the price of roofing, and labor's even gone up.
Yeah.
And here's the problem. We have the perfect storm. I tell everyone, I was on the news the other day with a Better Business Bureau about being patient. Real estate, you have location, location, location. I was saying patience, patience, patience. Mm-hmm. But the frustration right now is for the contractors. I've talked to you, and you guys are hiring.
Yeah.
What are you hiring, in sales and installation or service? What is it?
All across the board. I'm looking for, I tell everyone, because we're not just going to hire anybody. We have standards, We always,
of course.
It's not easy to work for us. I joke right now. I'm looking for that one superstar, killer elite that wants to join our sales team, become a roofing specialist. My brother Matthew, he does an unbelievable job with our crew. He oversees all the field operations. I tell you what, if you're 18, 19, 20 years old, maybe you don't think college is for you. We want to meet you, because in very short order, you can have a career within about 24 to 48 months where you can be making 60, 70, 80, 90 grand a year, providing for yourself, benefits, health care, taking care of your family, your kids, and really making your community better. So it's a constant push. Well, we've grown. We continue to grow. We want to be a $25 million company in about somewhere in the next 6 to 8 years. So we're pushing hard forward, but it's because we really believe we're the best and we want to take care of everybody.
Here's something that I know about you guys, and that's always stood out to me. Regardless of the growth, and you've experienced really good growth, regardless of that, you guys have maintained, and I think it's because of you and your dad, or it's the culture that you and your dad created for the company, is the commitment to quality. If you can't continue the quality that you've maintained, I notice that you guys pull back a little to make sure that you keep that quality going.
Absolutely.
That's a good characteristic. That's a trait of a star contractor.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if we can't service somebody in the manner that we see fit, that's in alignment with our core values, and our mission is to prove there's a better way to run a roofing company. And if we can't deliver on that, we're not going to do it, because I always joke, you didn't know you spelled Burkhart, Kangaroof, but in reality, that's what it is. It's our name and our reputation.
100%. That's what people don't realize. So, here's the thing. You work really hard. So let's talk about hiring. So you're hiring right now. If you're in the roofing industry, you're a salesman or you're working on a roofing crew, why would what's the benefit of coming to Kangaroo? I get paid X amount of square. I get paid to, do that. Why Kanga?
Here's the best thing I can tell you on why you want to come work with us. I don't tell anyone you don't work for us, you work with us. Is I haven't had a single person on my side on the sales team just leave, right? It's because people, when they come on board, they stay. Our installation crews, we got certified installer crews, they don't leave because they go work for other people. They come back and go, my God, I love it here. My life is so much easier. You guys have clear lines of communication. You have process. You got project managers who actually manage projects, which for a homeowner is huge too.
One.
You actually get a project manager. And I got to give a special shout out, since it's Shout Out Saturday, to Sheldon Freeman, who is a Hire It Done client that we went out and were able to help him with a brand new roof this past week. So appreciate that, Sheldon.
Rock it out, Sheldon. And by the way, Sheldon, if you're listening, thank you for going through Hire It Done. But if there's an issue, also contact Hire It Done.
We'll don't worry. There won't be an issue.
No, literally there. I can't even remember any. There's never, like you and a couple of my other, I don't ever have roofing issues, to be honest with you, with anyone, because our guys are that good. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When I come back, we have a special.
We never talked about the special.
We will. I'm going to keep you one more segment.
All right.
That way we'll talk more roofing.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, my name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. I've got Bill Burkhardt Jr. In studio. We're talking roofing. We're talking about pricing and things like that. Oh my God, here's a good one. Texting. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
It's a couple of texts. Currently, our building in South Lyon, our builders being very shady. We were told in November it was going to take 6 to 8 months. Now he's saying he's not sure when it'll get done and won't promise it'll get done in 2021. I think he's running out of money and is trying to stall. Any advice? We're going to give that advice in a minute. I don't know if that's roofing. Is there a Bill Burkhardt Sr.? Did he work for Wright Brown Roofing 20 years ago? An old friend of his.
I think you would know the answer to that, but yes, there is a Bill Burkhardt Sr. He's listening right now. I'm sure he's in the office.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Oh, this show is terrible. Whatever this jackwagon is paying for this to be on air needs to be doubled because we're losing listeners. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. 248. I can't tell you his number.
That's okay.
Thanks for tuning in, making us the number one home improvement show on Saturday mornings anyways, plus in 30 markets. And no, I don't pay to be on this show. This is not a paid show, so I don't know what this guy's thinking. Anyways.
You know what I know? We're having fun. We're helping people.
Well, let me ask you a question, Bill. How many years you been with me now?
God, I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I think we were one of the first.
Yeah, well, you're at least 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quickly, let me ask you a question. You continue every year. Do you do it just for fun, or you do it because it works for you?
Well, we have fun with it. One of these years, I'm going to beat you in the chili cook-off. But
Right.
we do it, think back to the shout-out we just gave out to Sheldon. It's because the clients that we get from Hire It Done, they're great. They actually come prepared. They have questions. They do research. They don't want Chuck in a truck who's just going to show up, try and sling on some shingles, and in 2, 3, 4, 5 years when there's leaks, you're not going to be able to find him.
Right.
That's not a Hire It Done client. They really do want it done once. They really do want it done right. Sure, they want to make sure they're not paying too much, but we have an apples-to-apples guarantee, which your folks always love, which is, hey, somebody's got the same scope of work. We guarantee to have the lowest price, and we'll beat it. So
yeah, of course.
It's peace of mind for the homeowner to know, hey, I'm not getting taken to the cleaners. And for us, we wouldn't sleep well at night knowing we did that to anybody. We just want to go out there. We want to work hard. We want to serve, and we want to protect people's homes.
Well, and you know what? Of course, that's the way it should be. And I agree with you. I mean, look, my attitude is this. You're one of the top roofers. Certainty says you're one of the best in Michigan. Top 3. Number 1 in Macomb.
Yep.
Like, no one can handle it. Your Google reviews are over 1,000 reviews.
Yeah.
Think about that. So I consider you a sharp guy. Why are you here if you're not getting results?
Well, that's it. We do.
Well, you are. That's why.
Yeah. It's been a long, again, it comes back to why do we do service work, right? Why do we have, the best service and repair department in the entire state? And I'll put that up against anybody, whether it's commercial or residential roofing. It's because we don't want to see you once, put on a roof, and never talk to you again. We want to partner with you. We want to have a long-term relationship. We want to help your mom. We want to help your kids. We want to help your aunt and uncle because everyone needs that roofer. Because you know what? Tree limbs fall. Ice dams happen. Gutters sag. We want people to have the peace of mind to know that, hey, I call King Roof. They hop to it. They get out there. It's straightforward pricing on the repairs. Everything's guaranteed. So if there's an issue, it's not a fight. We just go and take care of it. It's really that simple.
Of course. I just laugh because, you get the keyboard gangsters who sit in their mom's basement, and they get all giddy and stuff like that.
Oh, listen, I got a 2-star review this week, and it was because it was raining out. We had to cancel the appointment because I won't put my team in danger.
Right.
I'm not going to because we got to walk the roof. We actually walk every roof we go out to see. And if it's not safe for my guys, I'm not going to have them out to your home and risk them being harmed. And we politely explained that to this gentleman online. We had offered to reschedule, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm a big boy. We work really hard. We serve people every day. And you know what? If I don't talk about it, I'm going to be remiss. And that's why today, why are we part of Hire It Done? Because we love your clients. That's why for today.
You don't love me?
I love you, Adam. You know that.
Okay, well, that's what we're going to do on a question. So here's the bottom line. I just, again, I love that we have free speech. You don't like my show, you're allowed to not like it. You love my show, you're allowed to love it.
Yeah.
You don't like me, you're allowed not to like me. That's the freedom, no problem.
Bingo.
In fact, I don't have you handcuffed to the radio. But the last time I checked, we're number 1 on Saturday mornings, and we have been for the last X amount of years. And that's for a reason. I'm appointment listening. People tune in because they want to hear home improvement advice. They love sports. This is the sport of home improvement.
Absolutely.
And so for a guy like you who comes on, listen, I respect you not for a couple of reasons. One, you damn do one of the best jobs in roofing, period. But number two is you're a businessman. I like you guys because when we meet, you have paperwork. Adam, this is the amount of leads. This is the amount of sales. This is how much we spent. This is the ratio. This is the area we want to go on. Here's where we want to focus. And you are laser precise.
Yep.
You have a plan.
We we do have a plan.
It's funny, but legitimately, you know how many contractors say, I'm just going to throw it out there. Hopefully someone calls me there. I got payroll Friday, and next week I got my insurance due. How much money can I get this week? Those are the guys I don't want anything to do with.
Right? Oh, absolutely. It's, we talk about it all the time. We are actually in the people business. We just get to serve people through roofing and through repairs in the exterior of their homes and their businesses. And we actually, again, we always come back to we make the community better. And that's really cool.
So with that being said, we have an offer. I want you to tell me what the deal is for everyone out there listening. If you're thinking of getting a quote, you're thinking of getting a roof, here it is. Bam.
Yep.
Kangaroo Roof, tell me.
So right now, obviously, every quarter we do special promotions. In this quarter, which expires on June 30th, it is 6 years, 72 months, 0% interest financing on roof replacements. And we do not discount that at all. There's nothing. And today, right now, for anyone who's listening, if you call in, Michelle's in the office. Her and Brian are waiting to help you. If you call in and you mention it, we will take an additional $500 off your roof, and you can still use that same 72-month, 6-year, 0% interest financing. And that is good for today only. You got to call. You got to say, hey, I heard Junior on the radio with Adam. I'm a hire it done person, and they'll book you up. Even if we can't get to you this week, we will honor it. We'll lock that in for you.
What's the number?
586-566-0308, or you can just simply go to kanga-roof.com, KANGA-roof.com.
Which is perfect. And that's a heck of a deal. I've never heard of that one before.
No, there's nobody else doing a 72-month 0% interest financing. And when I say it goes away June 30th, it goes away June 30th. And actually on July 1, we've held pricing through these last 2 price increases. We are going up on July 1. So we will lock it in. We will protect you. Even if we don't get to you for 2 months because there's a product shortage, your price will stay secure because you made that commitment, and we'll make the commitment to keeping you dry and keeping your price static.
Love it. So, and by the way, if anyone didn't get the number, if you don't, have it, just go to hiredone.com, click on Kangaroo Roof. They're on there, and you can click to call directly.
Bingo.
Which always is a big deal, which I like. So, Bill, I appreciate that. And that is a really good deal. Now, let's explain 0% financing to everyone because, some people are like, you hear it, you used to see the our van commercials. Oh, buy your furniture today. Don't pay till $2,900. Until your grandchildren will pay for it.
Exactly.
Let's give can we explain the reality of that to people?
Yeah.
You got a second? Let's do that.
So here's how there's 2 types of 0% financing. This one, it is equal payments over 6 years. So it's really an unbelievable deal. You don't pay a penny interest, and there's no hitches. There's no gimmicks to it.
Well, there you go. That's the best way to explain it. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Can you stick around?
Sure.
All right, we'll chat some more. Can you help me with some other home improvement topics? Maybe we'll talk roofing, gutters, and some other things.
Whatever you want, I'm here for you.
All right, let's keep it hanging in here then. All right, my name's Adam Helfman. We got Bill Burkhardt Jr. from Kangaroo Roof in studio, and he's got a great special, so we're going to continue with that. My name's Adam Helfman. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. I've been in the building industry over 30 years. Did you know that?
I did
I
not know
started
that.
when I was, I grew up in the building industry. I'm a fourth generation contractor. However, when I started with my dad's business, I was like 16. I was a project manager. I was a delivery guy. However, then I went to college, Michigan State, go green, right?
That's why you and Matthew get along so well.
I have a degree in construction management. And I've been doing this my whole life.
Well, Adam,
Yeah.
you and I have lived parallel lives. I mean, I grew up. My dad is a roofer. You know, my brother and myself, we grew up on Saturday mornings. Guess what? We were out there picking up shingles, throwing them in dumpsters, peeling sheet metal. Like, it's just, when you're the son of a contractor, it's how you grow up. And it's, you know what? It's a great way. You learn a great work ethic. You learn to just treat everyone the same. And you develop a servant heart, I really believe, if you do it for the right reasons and you got the right mentors.
Yeah, of course. And here's the best part about it. I literally have participated in the renovation or building of over 10,000 homes.
No kidding.
Literally, I went back and checked and thought about it, and then I interpolated it, and it's 100% valid, 100% legit.
Well, I think
Think about it.
That's crazy. But I think I got to go back now and start doing some calculations for
Well,
us.
if you do, listen, we did 400 to 500 projects a year in renovation.
Right.
Okay, and we also we were partners in building homes, and I was the one that would go on the building sites for those houses, and then the renovation. I ran the company, so listen. Did I wear a tool belt? No. From the neck down, I'm worth minimum wage. Everyone knows that.
I'm right there with you.
But for people like the Chuck Norris lovers, they don't understand that because they don't think that big.
Right.
However, over time, I mean, I'm 53 years old. Am I old? No. Am I young? No. I'm in the middle. I still got a good couple chapters left.
You got a couple more laps around the track there.
I can handle myself. But here's the thing. I've learned a lot in my age. And I've learned that literally pricing, like a kangaroo, you're never the most expensive, ever.
Nope.
When we call back on homeowners, we would call and say, okay, we have a couple questions, Mrs. Homeowner, about the contractors that came out. And literally, like I remember, because I used to make some of the calls, the lady's like, yeah, the kangaroo guys? I'm like, yeah. She goes, they were on time.
We hop to it.
And I'm like, okay, well, did you use them? Yeah, we're planning on using them, or we decided we didn't need a roof. Okay, fine. But when the ones that did say, what was the reason why you used King Roof? We felt that they were the best match for us. How was the price? Well, they were a little more than the cheapest guy, but they weren't the most expensive. Mm-hmm. You're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Isn't that what everyone wants? They never want to pay the most expensive price, but they never want to buy the cheapest because if something happens, oy.
When you're looking at real companies, it's one of the things we try and educate homeowners on. You got to compare companies, not roofers, because you know what? If you call 3 pickup truck Chucks, guess what? I'm going to be the most expensive. But those are guys working out of their homes who can real quickly this week be Chuck's Roofing, next week be Timmy's Roofing, and by the third week be Bobby's Roofing, who don't have the reviews, who if something goes wrong, it's really easy to just pick up and go. I can't tell you how many projects every year we go out to and go, what happened here? Oh, well, we hired somebody. They got a third of the way through, and it was just too much for them, or they just vanished, or they ran away from it. And we got to come in and take care of them now, which ultimately ends up costing even more money. And it's a real, we really pride ourselves in educating homeowners on the process.
Yep.
And so they're making informed decisions that are backed up so that if something does go sideways, because you and I know, home renovation, HGTV, that moment in every show where it's like the unforeseen.
Fuzzy math.
It's true.
We did the job in 3 days. It only cost $1,500.
Oh, I know. It's such a horrible standard, but the reality of unforeseen things can happen. You remove that thing, and all of a sudden, the hidden wall behind it, there is a massive mold infestation. There's something you could have never known or never seen until it was opened up. But you want to have a partner in that. You want to have a contractor who's transparent, who's just going to pause, break it all down, and what we always talk about, be solution-minded.
Right.
How do we be proactive? How do we collaborate? How do we come to a positive outcome for everybody?
And that's the best way to do it. Okay, so let me change subjects for a second. A lot of people are like seeing all these ads, and it's becoming pretty popular. And I want to do this, and I want to support it. Solar panels on the roof.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: people don't realize if your roof ain't got 10, 20 years left on it, don't be putting solar panels on it, because if you need to replace your roof with solar panels on it, oy vey.
Or repair.
Oh, my God. I don't even know what to tell you.
It's a very real thing. We have been running into it a ton more, where you have folks installing solar on roofs that are already 15, 20, 25 years old. Well, and I'm all for solar. I know that roofing and solar and just energy are tied at the hip over as I look through the next 25 years. We're planning and researching for it. I got a partner down in Arkansas. He's doing the Tesla roofs, and he's raving about them. You know,
Really?
there's
no one in Michigan doing Tesla roofs. Why is that?
Right now, it's very selective. You have to, you
have to know somebody? Because I called
iTunes,
Elon Musk. I tweeted him a few times. I'm like, dude, come up to Michigan.
You know the iTunes agreement that you got to agree to that none of us read?
Yeah.
You got to agree to that for them.
Oh, and it's probably 400 pages, and it probably says you own that roof for the rest of it. You can't sue us. You can't do anything. Our name's on it, and everything's your responsibility. Yep. And even if they're just defective and we screwed up, you have to pay.
And what I hear from my buddies across the country who are doing it, they said the system, the idea is sound. Right now, unfortunately, you have engineers trying to explain to roofers how to do it, where it needs to be the opposite, because they just don't understand. Those engineers don't understand the realities of what the air is going to do, what the weather's going to do, and like on a lot of the flashing components, things like that. It's just not there yet.
Well, it's funny you said it, because I'm doing research on off-grid stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to put solar panels on my house, and I want to put solar on a few panels in a few places. However, just a thin layer of dust on a solar panel can reduce its efficiency by, like, I can't even tell you, like almost 50%.
Yeah.
So you got to keep them clean. So do you use Nano Magic, which is a cool product? Do you use some micro nano technology, or do you just hope every time it rains? You know, how do you do climate? You can't walk on solar panels.
No.
So we got to, you know what? That's what we'll do. Idea. Here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
Instead of feeding fish mayonnaise and then you have tuna fish. Remember that movie?
Yes.
That's the best. Midnight Shift, right?
Oh, my God.
Night Shift.
Oh, my Lord.
Here's
yes.
my idea for today. Let's invent a solar roof rake. You know how there's winter rakes?
Yeah, the snow rakes.
The solar rake. We'll put the chamois on it. We'll put the super expanding pole.
Can we get the Sham Wow guy to pitch it?
Yeah, and then we'll put it on the roof, and you just pull it down. And maybe we'll put in a little like a sprayer.
Yeah, a little nozzle or something right at the tip there.
I think we're onto something.
There could be.
We'll call it the rooferator.
The rooferator. The Solar Max 3000.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's, the solar's great. We know it's going to be a part of our future, but I'll still come back to, what people don't think through is the cost of. So let's say you have those solar panels up there and you get a roof leak. You now are paying an electrician and a roofer and sometimes even an engineer or a carpenter just to be able to get that repair taken care of, because you got to have the solar contractor out to remove and replace the solar panels, or your warranty's invalid. You got to have the roofer out to fix the roofing issue, the electrician out to disconnect and reconnect. Like, there's a lot that goes into that, which I will still come back to. It's why it's so important. If you're going to do solar, you got to do it right at the beginning, do it the right way, spend the money on the best system out there, because the way to make that system work is you got to make sure that roof lasts a really good long time. Metal's a great option underneath it for that same reason.
You guys do metal roofs?
Yeah, we do.
You do really well, too.
We take a lot of pride in it.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just do metal roofs, because here's my thing. I like a metal roof. I don't like the price.
Yeah.
But it's the last roof. It's the last price you ever do. However, if you had the choice, tell me and be honest. I don't want to put you on the spot, but a 50-year roof, SBS, or a metal roof. Now, the metal roof is going to be 2 to 3 times an SBS roof.
Yep.
Both have 50-year warranties, if not longer.
Yep.
Forget about aesthetics. What are you going to do?
If it's my home, all things being equal, and I'm King Midas, I would do the metal roof all day, every time.
Okay, and that's because it's forever roof.
It really is. It really is. If we put and metal roofing, let's be real clear about this, is a true standing seam roof or a metal shingle. Exposed fastener metal roofing, which is barn metal, which people are screwing right into roofs and right into shingles. That is not metal roofing. And unfortunately, there's a lot of homeowners who are being duped into putting that on, because nobody talks about those little gaskets
right
on the screws. You know how long that warranty's for?
How long?
11 years.
Really?
That's it.
Okay, well, there you have it.
Yep.
So you know. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want you to tell me about gutter protection because, all these things touch roofs. We don't want to screw roofs. So we're going to talk, do you need gutter protection on your house? My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Bill Burkhardt Jr. in studio from Kangaroo because they hopped to it. Bill, let's go over that deal you got for everyone one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, this is for today only, just for the folks who are listening. We are offering our quarterly promotion, which is 6 years, 72 months, 0% interest financing on any roof replacement, residential roof replacement. But what's special about today, we never discount. You don't get a penny off that. The price is the price is the price. But for folks listening, if you call in and you call into Michelle or you call into Brian and say, hey, I heard Junior on Hire It Done with Adam, we will actually give you a $500 discount off your roof with the 72 months, 6 years, 0% interest financing if you call this morning. And even if we can't get to you until maybe next week, the week after, we're going to lock that in just for you because you called today because you're listening to Hire It Done. Because we were just talking on break. I'm going to give a shout out to Sam Torrento. He was a Hire It Done client. I was lucky enough to be the one on a Saturday morning who went out and helped him and his wife and his family. We did such a good job. His mom and dad just signed up with us, and we're doing their roof too. So, Sam, I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. It was our pleasure to serve you with that roof and renovation. We're looking forward to helping your mom and dad now.
Well, congratulations to him.
Thank you.
Shout out to him. Thank him for that. So $500 off on top of every bet. Make your best deal, and then you get an extra $500. Just
bingo
today. You got to call.
Bingo.
By the way, go to hireitdone.com and click on Kangaroo. You can call them directly from there too if you want. If you're driving, you can't write down the number. Things like that. Okay, so we talked about solar roofing. I love it, but you got to be careful because if you're going to do solar, you might as well get a new roof with it.
Bingo. You got to
Are
do
you
it
guys
the right
exploring
way.
doing solar? Because you have some cool technology that you guys, you save energy for people just besides the roofing.
Oh, yeah. When you talk about insulation, the radiant barrier, there's a lot of ways we can help you. But solar's coming. We're like anything. We're only going to jump in once we know we're really being able to offer the long-term protection, the long-term benefits. It's still, early in that. There's still a lot of learning that the industry has to do, and I think the technology still has to do. But once we can feel good about it, we're going to bring that right to the market. Absolutely.
I think that's great. All right, so moving on. When you do roofing, I always tell people you've got to do the ventilation in the intake, exhaust.
Yep.
Those are all crucial parts of it. But the other thing is insulation, which we know. But now, a lot of times people are like, well, I should replace my gutters too. So what we're seeing a big influx of gutter protection. And I'm a fan of gutter protection. I think if it's installed properly, keyword, installed properly, the benefits are a lot. But there's also a lot of detriment you can do, and you can ruin a roof if it's not done properly. So what is your opinion on that whole gutter protection?
Absolutely. Well, what you just said is so very true. We're seeing a ton of people really viewing it as a system and doing everything at once. And, I joke, the old Ronco commercial, set it and forget it.
Yep. Set it and forget it.
That's right. What we're also seeing, though, unfortunately, it's kind of like the solar panels, where we're going out and you need us to do your roof. And 3 years ago, you just purchased these beautiful, forget the name brand, gutter protection systems. And when we come out and we explain to you, hey, we got to tear off the roof, and it is very likely that your gutter guards are going to get destroyed when the roof comes off. And you see their eyeballs kind of explode because they just spent all this money on these gutter guards. And they then have to either call the original manufacturer, pay them to come back out, uninstall them, reinstall them after we're done. Because if we touch them, your warranty just went out the window.
It's interesting. So if someone's putting gutter protection on, they call a company that doesn't do roofs, but they just do gutters, they should ask them, hey, listen, if I ever replace my roof and I need to remove these, how does that process work? That's a great point.
Absolutely. It's huge, absolutely huge, because you can end up paying for those gutter guards 2 and 3 times otherwise. And and I'll share this. Our quarterly promotion on service is we're doing 20% off of any gutter protection system. We offer 3 different ones. One of them has literally a lifetime clog-free guarantee. And if you do your gutter guards and gutters together, you can get 25% off. And if you want to be crazy and have a lot of fun, you can then roll that in with your roof, take advantage of the 6-year, 72 months, 0% interest financing, get it all done now, take advantage of the savings on the gutter protection, take advantage of the savings on the gutters because you're doing them together, and then take advantage of that long-term 0% interest and take the next couple of years, pay it off, don't pay a penny interest, and never worry about your roof again or your gutters.
So real quick, let's say I come to you and I want to take this deal and I do have the gutter guards.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me that I should call them first?
Yeah.
And what if I say I don't want to call them, I didn't like them? Can I just pay you to reinstall them? If it doesn't work, I understand I'm taking the risk.
Bingo. What we again, we'll come back to, we have roofing specialists. Yeah, they got to sell you the roof, but it's really about collaborating with you. We're going to look at what style of gutter protection.
Yep.
If we think we can uninstall it and reinstall it, we're going to let you know that. If we think that it's just too old and too brittle, we're going to tell you that. And if it's newer, we'll push you to say, hey, go call company X that just makes this name brand gutter, or gutter guard, I should say. Have them come out and uninstall it, and when we're done, reinstall it, so at least you keep that long-term protection you were initially offered from them.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What if a homeowner has a leaky part of their roof, but the rest of the roof's in good shape? Can you just say, will you guys shingle just a section? I know it's like your tires. You got 4 tires, 2 of them are bad. The other 2 are going to be bad in like a year.
Yep.
All 4 today? What do you do?
It sparks on something what you said earlier today, Adam. When you were checking on hired done clients after we've been out there, and you get the client who goes, oh, yeah, we didn't have them redo our roof because we found out we didn't need it. Because we find that out of every 10 houses that we go to, probably somewhere between 20 and 40% of them, we don't have to replace. We can actually extend the life of the roof by 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes even 10 years, just by doing some simple preventative maintenance repairs. On our commercial side, our big tagline is always 3 or free. We believe we can extend just about any commercial roof by 3 years, and if we don't, it's free. You don't even pay for the repairs. So the repair and service is our core. It's what we believe in, because we think there's a lot of people who replace their roofs far too soon.
Well, that leads me to my next question, and that's really good advice. We're talking with Bill Burkhart from Kanga Roof. They hop to it. They have a special today, $500 extra off. Just call them. When you call them, tell them you heard it at Hire It Done. The number is 586-566-0308. And you're open today to take appointments.
Absolutely.
And this offer lasts till the end of June?
So as long as they call today and they say they're Hire It Done, when we will book the appointment for whenever we need to, and we will honor the 72-month financing. We'll honor the $500 discount. Just call today.
All right. Well, that's great. Thank you for that. So, with that being said, you've got the gutters. We talked about gutter protection. We talked about what to do. Literally, though, is it make sense to repair a roof? Or, here's a better question. You're going out replacing roofs all the time, and obviously there's a massive need. There's more demand than there is good contractors. We got it. What's the average age of a roof you're replacing today? Is there? Are you seeing a trend?
Unfortunately, here's what I tend to see. I tend to see roofs that are either getting replaced that are about 15 years old or about 30 years old. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff in between, because you're either having it done once and done right, and shingles 30 years ago, a good shingle installed well was going 30, 35 years. But unfortunately, we see, the average roof that we repair is less than 10 years old. Okay,
so let's talk about that. So you say you're replacing 15-year-old roofs. 15 years ago was 2006.
Yep.
What was going on in 2006? Oh, the housing crisis, right?
Yep.
The economy exploded. Everything stopped. What were people putting cheaper material? They just didn't care. What's going on there? Now, fast forward to today, and the repairs are 8 years old. So what's 8 years ago, 2012?
Yep.
2013?
Yeah.
What's going on then?
Here's the reality. My dad and I talk about this all the time. We have an expression, there's scam artists in construction. There's well-meaning idiots, and then there's the very few of us, I'll call us the killer elite of contractors who really know what they're doing and really want to help. The grave injustice are the good people who are trying to make it on their own, who just don't know any better. They honestly believe they're trying to help people, but they don't know as much as they need to. And because of that, they make mistakes. They might cut corners that they don't even know they're cutting, that ultimately hurt a homeowner. They don't do that extra piece of flashing that they didn't even know they needed to do. Well, in 6 years, there was an ice sitting up there, and it finally worked its way back and loosened up the ice and water shield. And now we got to come in and we got to tear out the whole area. We got to mess with the siding and get the flashing tucked up under there properly, all of which should have been done the first time. if you had a qualified contractor.
Makes perfect sense to me. All right, Bill, it's the end of the hour. How about that?
I can't believe it.
What's the number again to call you?
586-566-0308.
Go to hireitdone.com if you want to give him a call. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Kafevi, in the end, we win. See you next week.